Hi, I'm Jerry Seinfeld, and this is my girlfriend Shoshana. And today we got some pretty good Star Wars news. We got lots of Star Wars news. If you're listening to this on a podcast, you might want to watch it with video, but we'll try to describe stuff, kind of. We'll
Also,
probably forget.
I'm sorry for this.
Okay, Shoshana, calm down.
No, sorry.
Today Rob's name is
hold
Blue
on, wait.
World Order.
Yeah, hey, Avatars Among Us. Welcome to the new Blue World Order. That's I'm telling you, man. Like if you could get that troupe from Lord of the Dance or River Dance, but the Blue Man group, and it's just like 50 of those dudes tap dancing, we'd be called the Blue World Order, right? All Na'vi and shit. Yeah, it'd be great.
Okay.
Yeah, I like it.
So I got Bestman Bulletin loading up right now, but his site is getting hammered. He says refresh before reading. I'm just getting database issues at the moment. So I'm guessing in a minute it'll come up. So we're going to briefly take a look at the photos so that way we don't dangle it in front of people's brains for too long. And there's actually two. We got two good stories today, though. One is Bestman Bulletin. It's got some pictures of Andor 2. And including a mini rig, old mini rig from Empire Strikes Back is in there. I don't know if he knows it, but we noticed. But anyways, this is from Acolyte, and these just hit the internet. Is this fake news? Asked Max Zandow, and the answer is no, Max. This is real news, real ass news, and this right here. So really quickly, we're going to look at the costumes. We're gonna probably be judgmental to some degree, or enthused. I don't know which. We haven't really talked about it yet. but the thing to remember is these might be the fucking main cast of the show. These might just be extras in the background. And it's like if you look at the prequel films, all of the prequel films, the costumes, the main costumes, are made out of like vintage fabrics that they went to like crazy antique stores and destroyed old dresses and stuff to get the fabrics out and to remake it and stuff. But then you look at Attack of the Clones and some of those costumes in the back, they just straight up went down to, Pottery Barn or something and bought some stupid fat on Pottery Barn doesn't sell that. You know what I mean? No, some stupid place I don't go, and then made some cheap ass looking costumes for Attack of the Clones. So which is it? I don't know.
To be fair, right? I have friends who go, "You're apologizing, Rob." Like,
EMO.
I'm a big apologist for Star Wars. You know what I mean? I just want to roll everyone back to remember when the Batman was shooting out in Edinburgh, however you say it, Edinburgh.
Edinburgh. That's how they say it. Wait. What did you say? Edinburgh. And I'm like, I don't understand the last Edinburgh. So yeah, close enough.
Yeah, just like Nick. And it was the end scene in the Batman where he's on the motorcycle driving with Catwoman through like that graveyard and shit. And man, a lot of people were like looking at the suit and oh no, man, doesn't look the right. It was really super. Now you watch the scene, you see how it's shot. Doesn't look anything like the pics. Right. You know, like you could not imagine the Greg Fraser like cinematography based on set pics. It's not designed that way, you know. A lot of times movies, especially these days, are lit almost like they're lit all over because they do a lot of grading digitally, you know. And
like
so
Willow last night, it was just a black screen with some people. And like, it's nighttime. It's like, no, it's not. You're filming in the daytime. What is this? What is this nighttime at day stuff?
And someone will go, but I thought the suit looked great, Rob. All right, well, let's go back to Captain America, the first Avenger, when he did that first movie, when he was out there and they showed like the stunt suits, or they showed him in that puffier suit, and everyone was like, he looks like the Michelin Man, you know. Okay. So I'm just saying, like, there is a difference between on-set photos and final photography. So that's all I'm gonna say.
that's all I was gonna say. But what I'm gonna say is, we're looking at a Wookiee right now with a purse going to the store, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna say, "I want a keg of beer."
I knew you were gonna bring that back. Once I
right?
unleashed
You
that,
unleash the Teen Wolf, man, and not the lame ass Teen Wolf by the Highlander guy, like the good Teen Wolf who drank beer with Styles, the real Styles, not the fake Styles, not Harry Styles.
to be fair, Jason,
Oh,
there's a
George.
blue lightsaber special at the Kmart right now. So yeah,
Yeah,
I always
yeah.
wanted to do Wookiee shopping, but we didn't have the technology in
This
the
Wookiee
70s.
definitely plays basketball, though. He definitely plays basketball. Somebody should ask Star Wars Santa if they could help this Wookiee get back on the
Oh no, I
basketball
can
team.
clarify. I wrote a treatment for Andor season 2 featuring the Harlow Globetrotters. The Uncle Harlow actually is a manager for a space basketball team. Yeah,
space
yeah,
base
Harlow
basketball,
Globetrotters.
a
Space
basketball team.
basketball. Yeah, yeah,
Space basketball.
yeah. That was
Yeah.
my idea too. Yeah, bastards.
And then right here, it looks like we got. Is that, does she have like a super long braid?
No. That's MILF Mothma.
Milf
I wrote that
Mothma.
was another one of my characters. Yeah,
Yeah.
MILF
All
Mothma.
right.
Yeah.
Looking good.
Mm-hmm.
Looking good.
Yeah.
And right here we got
Oh yeah.
Babylon
Horny.
5. Somebody from
Horny.
Babylon 5 probably.
Mm, yeah. Could be blue.
Could be bluer. We'll see. Right here we got here.
Chicken nuggies. Yeah.
Uh Jai Jong
Is
Jae from the Squid Game.
yeah. Yeah. You never know he's a Jedi by the robe. Never. No.
He kind of looks like he's like, hey man, I'm just back here having a smoke. Can you fucking give me a minute?
Yeah, well,
Squid Game.
faster and less intense, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a little bit of like low res and haze in the photo and stuff like that. He's like the biggest get in the whole thing, but the hardest one to see.
Well, they shot it on. They shot it on Super 16, and
right.
Yeah, it has a documentary like feel to it.
Yeah. Right. So I guess I don't know. Is he putting on his hood, or is he just trying to like guide guard himself from digital rain?
Well, that's a Star Wars flasher.
Digital rain. Look at this little thing. It's like a little.
That's just stupid. I don't know what that is.
Fucking George.
He's critical. That's like I get it's farming equipment of some kind. It's fine.
Yeah.
But I do feel like that would be the toy you and I would be stuck with from Pick and Save.
Yeah, that's definitely the one you're like, I want the one that's like the shuttle Tidarium, and then your grandma or somebody brings you back this one, and they're like, this one cuts trees.
What we would have to do is cut it in half and make that left part with the little like wing looking things and do it like in our headcanon a ship of some kind, right? Because that kind of looks like a wing. And the one on the right would be like a droid of some kind. But yeah, we'd have to use a lot of imagination.
So are we supposed to assume that the piece on the left actually connects to the front of this and it's actually sideways, like facing us? Like that's the front, like it's not really assembled?
Or it slides under like a lift or something, right?
Yeah,
like docking.
I would say maybe it's just gonna like hover, but it has like those little. The treads in the back, are those a made up Star Wars thing, or is that like a little like is that real? It's like a made up Star Wars thing, right? Yeah, let's see.
I've worked on treads. It doesn't quite.
You know treads. You know how treading goes. You tread lightly.
Right. Do I?
No, not really.
Now I'll be honest, man. This could very well just be in Willow. I'm just putting that one out there.
No, yeah, big time. I mean, it's very similar, and when I actually looked at it, I was like, is this Amandla Stenberg's double, maybe, or is it just an extra, or is it just another character? I don't know.
At least they're outside, right? They're outside.
Yeah. True. I mean, they're not in the volume, but then again, it doesn't mean that Metallica might not show up in this show. Doesn't mean that Metallica won't show up. You can film outside. Metallica still doesn't care. And then right here, it looks like what do we got here? Looks like
if you ever wanted to see 60 Star Trek outfits on a Wookiee, there you go.
Yeah. I think our buddy Chris is going to be sad that they're not the white ones, huh? Remember he's always talking about those white robes? These ones are yellow.
Oh, I thought you meant Wookiee. There's like white Wookiees?
No, white robes. I don't like saying white robes in America in this day and age because you don't know what you might be talking about. But the High Republic Jedi
tropical shirts,
had white robes on. No tiki torches though, thankfully. But yeah, and then right here. So yeah, I'm not sure. I mean that uh, we'll look closer at the pictures on Bestman Bulletin. Like I said, I had copies and I couldn't get the site to load. So it looks like right here we got like, hey, I'm Steve. I'm just a Padawan. Yeah, my name is Steve. Steve the
Someone in the
Padawan.
someone in the comments is going to complain about people complaining about gingers again. We get that
Oh
a lot.
yeah, gingers are
Yeah.
weird. Um, and then right here, this looks like Dark Horse 1997.
This is all unfair though. I do have to
Yeah, it's
stress,
fair.
folks. It's if you took any one of the fucking aliens out of context in the cantina bar, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like even George was like, "Oh shit, we're gonna have to really make this work." Oh
yeah,
boy, like it's just on Star Wars stuff. Rarely on its own. Like if you just Serial Karn's outfit, the security force, and just caught it off guard, you'd be like, "That's some low rent looking Imperials," and like, yeah, that's what they are in the show. But
right.
how they sold it though. So it just depends on how they sell it, folks. It doesn't not look like it doesn't not look like Star Wars in a way that like the Vespas look like an 80s thing. Like clearly it was like an 80s Breakfast Club Blade Runner thing, you know?
Hmm.
Like there's no way to not see this could just be fucking Star Wars. It doesn't look as dirty as I would like it, but I don't know how they're I like them filthy, Jason.
You just
Just covered all
like
over.
him dirty as fuck, is what you always say. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
yeah, I
just got
do.
that dirt all over.
I know where you're coming from, man. I get
Mm.
it. All right, Shoshana, here we
It's
go.
only funny when I do the Filoni voice. It's disturbing as right, isn't it? Yeah.
bestmanbulletin.com.
That's a mean photo.
Should we do it? Should we do it like this? bestmanbulletin.com/2022/12/Star Wars Acolyte set pictures reveal Lee Jong Jae, Amanda Stenberg, and additional cast members in costume. So is that Amanda Stenberg? Is that actually her? Because I couldn't tell. Okay. Update. Credit to Splash News and Daily Mail. Splash News. Hello, give me coffee. So buy that guy coffee, you savages. Over the last few months, we've seen a large set build for the Acolyte at Shinfield Studios. Where's the fucking link to it? God, do you know what you're doing, Bestman Bulletin? Is this your first rodeo, bro? Come on. All right.
Do they
Anyways,
have rodeos in Welshland? Like wherever he's at?
you
Like
know what?
Welshadonia?
You know. I'm sorry, dude. You don't know what a rodeo is. I apologize. I take it back.
See? Don't be mean.
All right. Is this your
You don't
first
know what
splish
cricket
splash? Is this your first splish splash with the Daily Mail, bro? Okay, over the last few months,
It's not my first slip and slide.
we've seen a large set build for the Acolyte at Shinfield Studios, located in Berkshire. Shinfield Studios, Berkshire. But despite numerous pictures of said set, we have not seen any members of the cast in front of the camera. That is until today. Courtesy of SplashNews.com via
Splash,
Daily
splash,
Mail.
splash.
We now have our first look at a new set for the Acolyte, but more importantly, we got to see multiple members of the cast, including the series leads, Amanda Stenberg, bodies, and more bodies. Lee Jong Jae, Squid Game. Is that Jai or Jay? Is Jae? Do I say that Jay or Jai? Do you know?
No clue.
I've never heard of his name like actually like spoken. I've only seen it in print. So sorry if I'm fucking that up. No, I don't mean any disrespect, but Squid Game, along with I could just call you Squid Game guy.
We all
I
can
could
have an
just do that too.
easy first and last name, Ward.
Right.
Yeah.
Have you ever considered maybe changing your name just to like Charles Chucky Charles?
Yes. Yeah. My wife said she'd leave me.
Chucky Charles. My wife said no.
I tried that one. It did not go over well, Jason. How did you know?
And that's why I'm filing the papers right now, because I'm going to be
You've
Chucky
been digging
Charles.
through my Apple Cloud again.
All right. So with multiple other cast members. Okay. So Bestman said they're cast members. What does he know that I don't know? That's what I need to know. All right. What do I not know? How do I know what I don't know? That's all the questions I have. Jung Jai can be seen keeping a low profile in a forest as a Jedi Master sporting gold and brown robes. Jung Jai has been cast as the male lead of the Leslie Headland created series. Amanda Stenberg is the series' true lead and is the former Padawan of Jung Jai's Jedi Master. Though Stenberg isn't seen alongside Jung Jai in these images, she was spotted on set. And so right here we have him. He's like, oh man, he's like, I gotta take a shit out here. Is anybody looking? Jedi's
It's
got his
that
shit
classic.
too.
I'm in disguise by wearing a Jedi robe and creeping around.
Yeah.
I know.
It does have the Anakin like Revenge of the Sith kind of cut more than the way it hangs more than the Obi-Wan, I'd say. But I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much into that. But yeah, I like the outrobe, but looking at it in this picture, just judging this, the pants look a little 70s, which is kind of cool. But the actual tunic part looks a little lame to me. But I'm curious to see it, like, you know. And sometimes there's like multiple different kinds of costumes. Sometimes there's like the actual like really high quality costume, and then there's the we're gonna go outside and do stunts and roll around in the fucking grass, you know.
Yeah, like the
Out,
puffy version of Captain America suit, or that
yeah,
motorcycle outfit was actually more bulkier in the
right.
Batman in that scene on set because,
Oh wait, look at
and
his hand. Look
a
at his
lot of
hand.
times, and look, they're not. Oh yeah, look at
He's got a
that.
robot hand,
Yeah.
doesn't he?
Yeah, well,
That's a
does
robot
he?
hand. That's a robot hand, my friend. That's a fucking robot hand if I've ever seen one. What do you guys think in the chat? Am I crazy or am I seeing a fucking robot hand right now?
It's a skin condition, Jason. Why you
You
gotta bring it
you
up?
think maybe he's
You
got
know?
some Darth Maul tattoos or a robot hand? You let us know in the chat. If you're listening on to the show, on the podcast on Spotify, just open the video up real quick and look at it and tell your boss, look your boss right in the eye. Doesn't matter if it's male or female, say suck my dick. Watch this part and then go back to work and say you're sorry. But that looks like a robot hand to me. I didn't notice that when we were looking on the slideshow. Or I don't know, maybe this guy wears some extreme stuff under his clothes, but that looks pretty cool. Looks
Well,
kind of
thank
cool,
goodness Bespin's drone isn't doing the cinematography for the show. You know,
right? Right.
he's just like controlling it around with that RC.
Yeah, I can't tell. Like the original pants that Luke Skywalker wore, I think were just like some jeans like bleached out.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that. This looks kind of more like that in a way, but
And when you
my
shoot on Super 16, you can't tell. You know what I
mm.
mean? Like,
In addition to Lee Jung Jae's 1917, Dean Charles Chapman was spotted on set. Chapman can be seen sporting the infamous Padawan braid. So,
can you imagine how dumb A New Hope would look if if it had been shot on like an 8K digital like red camera these days? You know, like the best camera we got.
well,
And you're like, oh
sure,
shit, this looks so cheap. Looks like
but
Cocaine Bear in the desert. Like,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, that's the whole thing. Though, is like I was just listening to Quentin Tarantino talk about this last night when they used to shoot films like at Pinewood. Even I watched that Private Life of Sherlock Holmes from 1970 the other night.
yeah.
Great
He covered that
movie.
on his recent
So
podcast, Video Archives. Yeah,
yeah, you should watch that movie if you've never seen it. It's so good. And
yeah,
but I guess like back then when they were filming at Pinewood, when they were doing color and stuff, they had to consider the fact that like the print would be struck several times and it would be duped and stuff. So they had to make sure shit was popping per generation. So when you see those movies now, they look very vibrant, but maybe not so much when you saw them in the, out in, Toronto or something. Anyways, I wonder if Lee Jung, this is Bestman Bolton. I wonder if Lee Jung Jai's new Padawan, if he's Jung Lee's new Padawan, following the assumed departure of Amandla Stenberg's character from the Jedi Order. Stenberg's character can be seen in the picture alongside Chapman, sporting a black vest and green undershirt. So there he is, right there, looking very, very Attack of the Clones, Anakin, with the hands and everything. Yes, Master, it was your idea, Master. I didn't fall into that nest of Gundarks. Oh, should I cut my hair and get a sweet little? You know what? That's why he looks funny to me. I'm
it's
used to them
Rogue
having.
Planet.
Well, no, it's the mop top. I'm used to that
Yeah.
that greaser 50s haircut almost. The little spiky kind
Curly
of.
hair does exist in a galaxy far, far away.
Oh yeah, I got curly hair. That's why when I had it, I fucking kept that shit short.
Smart. Smart.
Long or
Now
short.
all I could do is see. Now I know what your cartoon's going to have, Jason. I gotta work on that.
And then is this Amanda Stenberg right here? Because it doesn't look like her to me, but I can't tell. But there's a green shirt he might have been talking about. Below is an unknown character and actress, which Daily Mail believes to be Logan star Daphne Keene. But to me, at least, it does not look like the actress. Keen recently revealed that we will see the Sith infiltrate the Jedi Order with the High Republic era series taking place 100 years before the events of the Phantom Menace. I'm not super familiar with her work, but from the pictures from making the featured images on the show, that doesn't look like her to me either. But hey, what can I say? Maybe contouring is fucking magical. I can't tell though. I know it
Let's
doesn't.
be fair though, man. Had you said these were all shots from Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, filming now out in fucking
Yeah,
Pinewood, blah blah blah, everyone would be
yeah,
happy. They go,
yeah.
Lucas is doing wacky Wookiee shit. But we live in a world where you get some Greg Frasers, some Tony Gilroy, and you're like, oh
Okay.
man, we're back in this Flash Gordon stuff here. All right,
Does she have
Meg's
like
happy.
Does she have like a fucking knife in her hand, like a wood knife? What is that? Like a walking stick? It's like a walking stick. It's a walking stick. Yeah, it goes all the way down to the ground. And I'm gonna say, looking at the amount of layers to this costume with booby armor and everything, I don't think this is an extra either. Like, just if it's not her, I'm gonna go out and say this is looking a little too expensive to be
One of those
even
rookie
an extra.
screenwriters, one of those
Yeah.
rookie screenwriters who like put like 23 people speaking, but they have like one word in a script. You ever encounter that, Jason? Like,
Yeah, I know what you're
and you're like, what are we supposed to cast for 23 people who go, hey, and they're pointing at the Wookiee, Like,
And then right here we got King Koopa from the 1994 Super Mario Brothers movie. This is King Koopa's wife checking out this Wookiee ass.
being mean, dude.
It does kind of look like. It does look a little.
Let's be
Super
honest.
Mario.
The Zabraks look better in black painted makeup with red.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
She's.
Let's be fair.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a little bit of a muffin top going on, don't she, Jason?
Oh yeah, hell yeah, she does. I'm kind of into it.
Yeah.
Also, this fucking she got this like mullet.
What?
Yeah.
I could have some jammy Dodgers with her, I think.
I'm not pregnant. I'm 40 years old. I'm not pregnant. I'm 40 years old. Remember that video? You ever see that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a while, Jason, but yes, I do.
An unknown actress playing a Zabrak was also spotted on set. This is merely speculation on my part, but I wonder if this Zabrak is sort of royalty to this planet. The actress, the Daily Mail believes to be Daphne Keane, as well as an actress dressed in black and green garments, both sport the same weapon, a weapon that looks to be a bow of some kind. And then when we go up here, like see right here, like going.
I actually like this costume.
Yeah,
this would fit right in.
Well, look over here on the left. Is that a quiver on her right leg? Like down here on the side, it looks like it's a quiver with some arrows.
I mean, there's a bowcaster, just shoots lasers, but maybe they shot, bows 100 years ago.
Maybe
to be honest, it probably should be like 1,000,000 years ago, but whatever.
Whatever.
Lucas already kind of fucked that idea up, but
who knows? It's Star Wars.
Hold on, Jason. I got an exclusive here. Keep going. Yeah, there's this one right here.
It's just like your opinion, man. Oh, hey.
No, man, this is Kia D Wookiee.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. This is something I drew up for everybody.
What if Kiadi Mundi fucked a Wookiee? What would it look like? Draw it.
George and I was at the Sizzler. We conjured that one up right before he sold everything. It's true. It was in the vault. Like, it's all for you people,
It's all for you.
Hope you like
it's all for you, Favreau. It's all for you.
Wookiee's a virtue. You ever see that movie, Jason? Wookiee's a virtue? No?
Yeah.
The kangaroo-looking Wookiees? It's the best.
Maybe it's called Awakenings with
the problem is the Jedi Order makes them poop in a kitty box, and the right-wingers don't like it. It's mean.
Oh. But look right here. You can see the Zabrak weird looking person looking up at him like,
no, that's how I look at him, Jason. Know what I'm saying?
I wonder if this is a homeboy who played Chewbacca, Jonas, and who played Chewbacca in the Solo episode, and who played the big guy with the cage on his head in Willow. Kind of looks like it could be him. It's a very big man. Yeah,
I thought it was Jeff Bridges. It looked a little Lebowski,
a little bit
Lebowski.
Yeah,
I don't have
Lebowcaster ski.
Lebo, I know we're not there yet, but we'll get there. Someone will figure it out and tell me
is what I'm going. That's what I'm going with. I'm committed to it.
Robert
we also
Sinclair will put it in the chat and he'll figure it out and then tell me how stupid I am. I didn't conjure that one up on the
well,
fly.
you are stupid. Yeah, he's
I
not
didn't
wrong.
say I wasn't. I said he would
Um,
remind me how stupid I am.
Yeah, just saying, just because Robert
Yeah.
confirms things.
It's
We
true.
also get our first look at a live action Jedi Wookiee, also known as Gunji. It was live action to me, anyways. Which, according to the Daily Mail, shot scenes with Dean Charles Chapman, who killed John Lennon. Oh no, that's a different guy. That's Mark David Chapman. Outside of a spaceship, which can be seen behind the Wookiee.
Like a Mark David Chapman joke to get you through the day, huh, Jason?
You fucking hell, Bestman Bulletin. Is this your fucking first day? Wookiee has 2 E's, bro.
Oh no.
Tell me when you fixed it and I'll come back to this, okay? I'm tired of this fucking cultural insensitivity from bestmanbulletin.com.
Just want everyone to know it's pronounced Gungans, Leah, and Wokies. All right, just saying that.
Wokies. That's pretty good, George. That is pretty good. It's gone wokey. So
Blue World Order, folks.
BlueWorldOrder.com. In the image with Chapman, Amandla Stenberg can be seen. So I wonder if her character greet the Jedi upon their arrival to this currently unknown planet. The Jedi Wookiee in the image, I assume he means Wookiee with
which one?
E's.
Which one? Where's the Wookiee? I don't see him. Which one?
Can be seen meeting the unknown Zabrak outside of that aforementioned spaceship. He loves aforementioned. Okay, here we go. So right there.
I'm unwrapping this Christmas gift we call leaked set photos. It's my favorite.
Oh, okay.
Because I know someone at Lucasfilm's like, we knew this shit would happen. Fuck.
Yeah. Well, once they went to go
shoot outside and people are always there.
Well, the question is, I don't know is this one of the exterior sets, or is this actually Shinfield for sure? I don't know. I think Bespin said it was Shinfield, but
well, I mean, like some of those plants are put there, like that right there, that big tall weeded grass. That's potted for the shot, like that's not locally grown.
Yeah,
just sitting out there, kind of shit.
So is this like a vendor kind of thing? Because look on the top, there's like one of those like roll up like above the Wookiee's head. There's like one of those. No, it's
like Dexter's Diner, dude.
Dexter's
He's got
Diner.
A pop up shop now. Yeah.
Maybe Cyril Karn's and they're eating with his mom. And maybe that's what he's been doing for 100 years.
Well, his grandfather, but it's also played by the same actor.
Yeah.
Whose wife looks just like Cyril's mom. Who's also being played by the same actor.
General
you remember
Mills,
that movie?
General Mills Karn. That's what. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
General Mills Karn.
Remember that movie where they go back in time and one actor plays, his great grandfather and his mom plays his wife. That was wonderful. That was fucking wonderful.
Amanda Lorian became a channel member. Thank you. Thank you, Amanda. That's rad. I appreciate it. And also, thank you to Nick for the super chat yesterday that I did not see. I think if you don't put a message in a super chat, I won't see it. I have like a little thing up here where I can see if I get one, and or a new member. And I think if there's no message, it doesn't pop up the top. But thank you, Nick, and thank you, Amanda. No Sith knew that woke Disney was going to do a bait and switch, says Aria. Yeah,
they're contractually obligated to be in every frame.
They're wokies. They're wokies.
Mm-hmm. Wokies.
And then right here, with her ski cap right here on the top, kind of looks like she's like in like one of those underwater James Bond bases or something. It's probably fucking freezing out there, so I'm not.
Inquisifortress.
Yeah.
What? Fucking hate that show, bro. I tried. Okay. Larry, as great as Larry is, it's still straining on me to watch it again. Like the only thing that gets me by is when the fifth brother, whatever his fucking name is, goes chicken nuggets. Like that's it. That's
I honestly don't. I none of that bothers me. The fifth brother is pretty fucking lame though.
It's pretty fucking horrible, dude.
Riva!
Man, I'm just telling you, folks.
Like, you were there all day. That's the best you could come up with. Riva!
I talk in teeth,
Riva. Oh, sorry. I don't know what was going on there. I was trying to help him. But anyways, yeah. So yeah, she looks like she's wearing like kind of like a fancy dress. Does she have a bracelet on her hand right here too, which would speak more to her being maybe maybe somebody with more a little bit more opulent. But
More
is
often.
this right here supposed to be Amanda Stenberg? Because that doesn't look like her to me. And if that's supposed to be Amanda, then I have to say I could be wrong, but I think this is a double. But am I saw bodies, and that's like my frame of reference for her. Like that's what I know her from. So I don't
I don't
know.
know.
But once again, it looks like she has like that same kind of bow and arrow kind of device,
Maybe Mansgold will go on Twitter and yell at us. This is not Amanda Stanzler. Like he just takes up other people's fights now.
Yeah.
Like,
right. And then people are going to be like,
some riffraff on TikTok is blibber jabbing on the inner blah blah blah. That fucking. I think he talks like Dr. Teeth, Mansgold.
So Bestman says it's not her. She's in the photo with Chapman and the chick with the red hair. Okay, wait, hold on. All right, you guys are gonna need to help dumb me out here because wait, did I not get to the okay? Here's the chick with the red hair, right? That's not the chick with the red hair. Wait, maybe have we not seen her yet on his page? We haven't seen her yet on his page.
The one
right?
with the armor. I thought that was the chick with the red hair.
Okay, wait, hold on. Okay, I'm going back down. Maybe we didn't get there yet. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. Which sometimes okay, wait, is that her? Chick with the red hair? Nope. And then right here we got.
There used to be these things you could do under photos that had like little captions, and you could name fucking people, so we don't have to guess it.
I gotta say, like this takes cornrows to a new level, though, doesn't it? Like that's kind of a corn. That's almost a Mr. T fucking mohawk. Just gonna throw it out there. That's not. I don't know if it's cornrows or if it's Mr. T, but cool, man. You're in space now.
It's cereal cornrows.
This guy right here, though.
I don't know why that didn't work. He didn't look a little Lebowski-ish.
That's a little Jeff Bridges. Yeah, like he's gonna go to the
fucking jacket I got.
He's gonna go buy some milk for 69 cents.
He's still got. You know what that shit in his beard is? It's half and half.
Yeah.
He bought it for 69 credits.
69 credit. Oh, I like how you were in universe just now.
Yeah, I kept it in universe. I didn't want to break canon, Jason.
That's how I know you're a real fan. Okay, wait. Okay. Here,
I don't want to be a real fan. It's
here
embarrassing.
Here you can see another unknown character wielding the same weapon as the character from the Daily Mail, played by Daphne Keene. The warrior accompanies the Zabrak with our series lead, Amanda Stenberg. Can be seen sat in front of the two characters. Stenberg is in an image below. It can be seen accompanying an additional character with red hair, who too sports the same bow as the supposed Daphne Keene character and the actress wearing black and green robes. My assumption, based off of these images, are that Stenberg's character, former Japan, now resides on the unknown planet and perhaps works for protects the Zabrak character. Private security, huh? Maybe that lady's a rapper. Maybe she's a SoundCloud rapper who made it. And now Amanda Stenberg has to protect her. Talk a lot of shit on the internet.
Leto tattoos all over the fucking place too.
Oh shit. Well, maybe she's going method. Maybe she's sending out, tampons and stuff to everybody. I don't know.
She should go Method Man.
The question I have is, why are the Jedi meeting with the Zabrak? We know that from the series will follow Stenberg and Jung Jai's character as they investigate a series of sinister crimes. Who stole the chicken nuggets from Reva? And I wonder if the Jedi are called into this unknown planet as a crime has been committed, or if they're arriving on the planet to ask for the assistance of Amanda Stenberg's character. So right there,
look at her. A little story, Jason.
Yeah,
a little story about the Phantom Menace when we were on set. Ray Park kept for some reason he kept yelling out, "I'm wacky for Zabrakis." We didn't find it funny. It's funny the first, I don't know, week one.
Yeah.
But about 3 months into the shoot, and it's pulling my hair out.
Okay, so is this Amanda right here behind the red-haired lady? Then is that what I'm supposed to take from what they're saying here?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
The Acolyte began filming at the tail end of October and Shinfield Studios and is expected to film until May. The series itself is rumored to release within the first half of 2024 exclusively on Disney Plus. And then this right here is our new character. I am Weed Whack. Weed Whack sad. Weed Whack go on adventure too. That's how he speaks.
Well, the
Pretty
best part
sure.
about it is he can't join a union, Jason.
Weed Whack 5 want to unionize. Oh no. So, all right. So there we go.
Shut down.
Shut
Thanks, Joe
down.
Biden.
Oh.
What?
All right. So now here we go with some. See, there we go. See, he didn't believe me. He kept saying, "It's working for me. It's working for me," is what he keeps saying to me. Well, you know what?
GeoCities just doesn't have the bandwidth it used to, Jason. You know,
Right? Oh, but I think if I refresh again, I could get in here. But Bespin has some. Bespin is getting hammered right now. Like not like drinking. Like people are visiting his site. Yeah, yeah, not like that. All right. Exclusive.
We all love you, Bespin. You have the goods. We just want to see you succeed. I mean, if your site's down, how can all the other sites steal your work and not credit you?
Right. And
you know, we know they're not watching this show, so.
And I'm just saying, I don't know if I trust the site, because if your site's down for this, your site might be down for anything. You know what I mean?
I mean, Dark Horizons is still up.
Dark Horizons is fucking thriving right now. You know what I mean?
The Force.net News still works.
Anical News had like 12 talkbacks today. So what are you doing? You know? All right, exclusive. Andor
I'm shocked
season 2.
Harry Knowles. Hold on, I'm shocked Harry Knowles didn't try to do his own like film coin, like Bitcoin scam or something. You know what I mean? Like,
I would have bought it.
Right?
Right.
Hey. It's got him on the front, and on the back is like
it's got like Blade.
Fucking, like,
it's got Blade, and it's got Blade, and you can just like lick the coin. Like it's Blade's legs open, and you could eat it because it's remember that review.
I like Blade and Blade 2. So I'm not thinking
make fun of it. Would you say that Guillermo was like eating pussy though? I mean,
yes.
Really?
Yeah. What?
I don't know.
What? Look,
I don't know.
He was too busy doing that. Couldn't bail his own dad out of a prison. Yeah.
Right.
Kidnap.
Right. All right, that's fair. Maybe
let's be honest. You think Harry Knowles had ever actually eaten pussy at that time he wrote that? No.
I think we have made Bespin malfunction. I think we made it. We made him malfunction. I think we
want you to win, man. Everyone's going to your site. It's not your fault. And to be fair, man, the dude can't be making enough to handle the traffic.
Well, somebody will buy him a fucking coffee. You fucking tons of bitches. Buy him a fucking coffee.
I'm gonna buy him a coffee now.
But I'm gonna throw it out there.
He doesn't drink coffee.
I think this picture is fake, you guys. I think he's trying to trick us right now with this picture of Andor.
No.
I don't think
that looks as real as that time CNN was at Desert Storm, right in front of the hotel.
Yeah, I don't think he really got this picture. So, I don't know. Maybe I don't know if we can. You know what? Don't can the site. I need this. All right. So you could buy him a coffee.
Got nothing else going.
You could buy it. Yeah, I'm writing this shit up. I don't care anymore. You could just do you could go to his coffee page, and you could give him some money, and he could upgrade the site, and then we won't have database issues. All right. Last month, production on the second season of Andor began at Pinewood Studios, London. And by the way, I've had those database issues. It fucking sucks. Like it's hard to figure out what the right how much space you need, because you don't want to be paying $300 a month for a site, and then most days it's like way overkill. It's a hard one. So, anyways, until today, things have been kept under wraps. In the run up to filming, beginning on Andor's first season, fans already saw construction on a set located in Little Marlow, Buckinghamshire. I believe that's for Lord of the Rings. That's where the
should just put the whole. Bespin should put the whole site on Wix and force people to use Flash-based fucking like navigation again.
I think you should put it on Substack and make everybody fucking pay him $5 a month to read his shit.
Oh shit, dude!
I'll call these people. That's became
a smart move.
That's what I do. If I was starting today, should do that too. Which became Cassian's home of Ferrix. But this time around, we've seen nothing, and the reason for that seems to be because the production, at least for now, is using Pinewood Studios backlot for its large outdoor sets and signs, and can be seen using the sign Pilgrim S2. Pilgrim being the code name for the Andor series. Yeah, and I actually checked into it, and they are still going to be doing stuff at Elstree as well. So they are getting around, you know. Look at this, crowd only. Pilgrim S2, crowd only. What does that mean? Crowd only. What are they trying to tell us? What are they saying to us? What does it all mean? Just a few
Where they
weeks ago,
buried the extras when they got done with them.
right there, we just see fucking
Yeah.
what's his name, Tim. Fucking Tim. Everybody had some. Like you see like Tim's face right there. He's like dead in the fucking leaves.
They don't want their extras working on any other show, so they buried them till the next season. They'll dig them back up.
Maybe like maybe that's where you're like only the crowd could stand over here. I don't know. Just a few weeks ago, I spoke to somebody familiar with the production who told me a large set was being constructed at Pinewood and that the set was very familiar of Ferrex, and they wondered if it was even Ferrex itself. You can see the set being constructed below and make up your mind if the set in question is Ferrex, but I personally think it's far too early to tell. And from these photos, like earlier when Bestman and I were talking about it, and he brought it up, I was like, I don't, I don't think it's Ferrex personally, but I also think it's like he says, too early to tell. It just without seeing like that brick and some shit that's like completely, you know, like what's kind of weird is even like this blue up here in the corner, like on the side here, on the shit reminds me of some of the Mando stuff, but this almost looks like it could be like the fucking like a Yavin temple kind of shit. But I also can't really tell, you know. It's hard
With the
hard to
trees in
say.
the way, because Bespin was up in a tree, like dressed like a giant woodpecker. Like he has that woodpecker outfit, Jays. You remember the woodpecker
I don't
outfit,
like
boy.
you spreading rumors. I told you he ties balloons to his back and he
No, he wears a giant
got
Big Bird
fucking
outfit and just
he
sits
fucking
out in the fucking
he fucking flew into the tree and got stuck. And then he was there for about 72
Hey,
hours, and then this guy showed
it,
up and is like,
it it gets fucking results, Jason.
he does, hey,
No
I'm
insults.
not
Hey,
I'm
this
not
man gets
arguing
shit
with it.
done. So,
I'm not arguing with it.
but for a second there, I thought it was like an AI generated image because I didn't see the trees. I just saw like cracks. How does that weird? Those AI images can do the weird cracks in it. Yeah,
Right.
but no, I see it now. I see it.
So an assortment of props was also spotted near the Andor set, which you can see below. And then like right over here, look, Los Tilos. What does that mean?
The garbage bag city.
Yeah. But
No,
right
just a
there's
city of
right
garbage
there's
bags.
one of those radar dishes from Empire Strikes Back. Remember those little radar? They made like a little mini rig of it.
Yeah, I can sort of see that. Yeah.
And then right here, what do we got here? This is like a evaporator kind of thingy. Yeah, kind of shit you see. Those kind of remind me of some of the ones that we saw at the farm at at Jin Urso's dad's farm, but probably not. Probably just reminds me of it. Oh, here we go. Look at there it is. Look at that radar dish. See it? Remember those things?
Oh,
You
Jason.
know what I'm talking about? That thing is perky, right?
I know what you're talking about, Jason. It's how I get every time I get a new script. Know what I'm saying?
It was as happy as a little girl.
Mm.
Balloon popped and I landed on the tree. That's why I got to stick up my ass today.
Oh, I'm gonna remember that one. Mm. Stick up your ass. I like
Stick up. Oh shit. Yeah, Dave Filoni.
Bespin on a stick, right? It's the new fucking shit. It's our pop-up restaurant.
Why's that Bespin Bulletin guy always getting scoops? Why he's got to stick up his ass? Come on, Dave.
I want one.
The Andor set
I like it Sheffield style. No,
is using the main backlot of Pinewood.
Yeah.
Wait, the Andor set is using the main backlot of Pinewood Studios. But what's interesting is that the Acolyte is using Pinewood Studios Northern Complex, which is located just across the road from the main Pinewood lot. Signs for Paradox, or Peridot, if you're fancy. The code name for the Acolyte point to the location, and I've had it confirmed to me that the production is using the area is a Star Wars production unrelated to Andor. The Acolyte was originally due to film at Pinewood Studios when the production was slated to begin in May of this year, before production was delayed to October and moved to Studios. Can you guess where? Berkshire.
Anybody?
And
Anybody?
anybody?
Voodoo.
Anybody?
Voodoo economics.
Anybody?
Voodoo.
Berkshire. The city was Berkshire.
Berkshire.
The province
Okay.
was Berkshire. Is that what it's called? I don't know what the fucking weirdos over there. All right, Andor is slated to film until August, and will release in the later half of 2024. Whilst The Acolyte is expected to film until May, with a rumored release of earlier half of 2024. Thank you. Pay me. My name is Bestman Bulletin. Fucking pay me. Fucking pay me. You should pay him and follow him. You really should. Don't be a piece of shit. Pay him.
Yeah,
Follow him.
don't be like me.
You know what? Don't be like Rob. You know what I mean?
Don't.
Pay him.
I don't recommend it.
Nope. Pay him. Follow him. That's what I say.
Yeah. I mean, I follow him. I just don't pay him. But I should. I should pay him.
No, you should. You shouldn't pay him. Because
you're right. You talked me into it.
What you should do is you should play Fortnite with him.
No, fuck you. I'll just rather give him the money. Like, no fucking way. Nice try. I see what you did there, Jason. See how you snuck that one in.
Look at that. Look at that paying him. Look at that. I mean, not today, but one time I did. I mean, at least one time I did. You know, just saying.
I already gave you and Santa money this week. I gotta start giving Bespin some. I'm gonna do it. Bespin bucks.
Hey, thank you.
Well,
I appreciate it.
Can I tie it to a string and make them like crawl for it, like when the Bundys go to the nudie joint and shit? Like,
whoa, Bundy. Okay,
yeah.
So the lady in the green shirt with the I don't know if it's dreads, but yeah, that was Stenberg. Here he gave me a little thing here. Okay. I'm gonna throw it up on the screen though, just so that way everybody's on the same page. You know.
Sure.
But yeah, it was who I thought it was after he clarified. But here, oh shit! I got a lot of pictures in here. Well, yeah, I could find it. I found it. I did it. I did it, Daddy. I did it. All right. Add to stream. Here we go. There you go. So right there. So that is Amandla. It's not looking very Sith-like. She's looking, you know, little Jedi even, I'd say. In some ways.
I'm gonna be honest, man. This is the most High Republic I've seen. Some of these outfits, and man,
yeah,
there's
and this
Grecian
this is High
temple.
Republic.
I'm gonna get real. Yeah, it looks it.
It does.
Just saying, folks, you wanted that shit.
It's not the white robes, though. It's not the white robes that some people were like really wanting. You know.
Oh, you got me on that one.
So. Ad block on Bespin's site. Ass block until that happens, says Johnny. I don't know what an ass block is. Ass block. But Jedi Mike
Johnny don't care.
She says, "Oh shit." Hell, Lambhead, Sith dreads kind of rule. Yeah, so I don't think she's a Sith in these pictures, though, Jedi Mike. I gotta say. Do you want to talk about the DC situation a little bit and what happened there and the question every Star Wars fan will eventually ask in a few minutes once they realize what's gone on? Does this mean Rogue Squadron's coming out?
Let's do that, but I do want to preface by saying today around 5 p.m. Jeff Snyder is going to be doing another hot mic with John Roca, and he says he's going to drop some more DC stuff on that show. So that'll be something.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. He said that last night. So
cool.
Do support that show. Give them some money too, man. Bespin needs some bucks, and Snyder and Roca need something. They're doing the Lord's work. These three, not like us. We're just glomming.
You know what? Don't do any of those things. Just give me money. I decided.
I do. I give you more money, man, than anyone else. Like, I really do.
I don't know why you do that. I mean,
bragging.
Is it like survivor's guilt for not showing up to the show that day or something? Like, what is it?
Yeah, I like holding it over your head, like you know.
Yeah, he tells me he owns me, and I don't like it. You know, I don't like it at all.
Well, you know.
I own you.
You don't deny it. You just don't like it.
No, I mean for $5. I mean, you know. Okay, so Bespin Bulletin. who's also a producer on the show. I don't know if people know that, but he's a producer on the show. And he went through and he made us a timeline of what's gone on in the very recent DC past. And December 7th, the Hollywood Reporter report that a sequel to Black Adam is very unlikely. December 7th. Wait, am I doing it out of order again? Because you're starting from the wrong fucking hell. This is too confusing. I should have just got a document and done it that way. Go from October 8th. Go from October 8th. Okay. Sorry, dude. When I copied them all over, they fucking got out of order. All right, here we go. October 8th. Gunn speaks on the THR article, says some stories are true, some are half truths, and some stories are false. Gunn doesn't clarify which stories are true and which aren't. Goes on to say he's still in the early stages of building his vision of the DCEU. That's the current slate, not his. It's fractious. And what is going forward there will be a transitional period, and he and Safran attempt to make a cohesive universe. Says the drawback of the transitional period is dwarfed by the creative possibilities and to build upon what's worked in the DCEU and to rectify what's not. Everything he's doing is in service of story and DC characters, and not everybody will be pleased. He asked fans to be patient. So, and then I'm fucking this all up, dude. I'm fucking it all up because that should have been last. He said it got a little confused there because it said the 8th, but here we go. So this is like this is getting real artsy now. Okay, like that's how it ended, you guys. That's crazy, right? But how did we get here? Okay,
Oh, shit.
How did we get here? Okay, see what I
man,
did there?
One of those movies.
See what I did there?
It's one of those.
Like,
thanks, David Lynch.
You know what I mean?
Fuck.
Hey, you know what? My films aren't meant to be seen in order. Okay, that's the kind of director I am.
Everyone's trying to be Tarantino. Everyone's trying to.
Right. You're now in November. See, none of this is working right. I don't. I saved.
This is like if J.J. Abrams was a scooper. You know what I
mean? Okay. All right then. Then you know what that means? You know what that means? It means.
This piece of shit doesn't work.
It means this piece of shit doesn't work.
All right. By the way, pizza party tomorrow.
Pizza party.
Star Wars pizza party. Star Wars pizza party.
All right. I must be missing a fucking picture or something. I am officially too fucking stupid for this method. So I'm just gonna read it off of his text messages where he texted this shit to me, because that's just gonna be easier.
And I won't interrupt. I'll let you.
Yeah. This is you can interrupt. It's fine.
No. I refuse to. Fuck you,
Shoshana. You know I love you. All right, so I click this thing on page 1. See, this is why this doesn't really work. Okay. All right, October 8th. Patty Jenkins reveals that she just finished writing Wonder Woman 3 and that Warner Brothers had asked her to do more Wonder Woman films. Okay. Sounds pretty good for Patty Jenkins. Sounds like Patty Jenkins is having a great time in Hollywood. October 24th, Henry Cavill announces his return as Superman. Trades report that a Man of Steel sequel is planned, with Warner's dream choice to write the script being Christopher McQuarrie. So that sounds cool, man. October 25th, James Gunn and Peter Safran are announced as the heads of DC Studios. November 2nd, about a week later, James Gunn reveals in his latest official reveals it's his first official day as the co-head of DC Studios. 5 days later, on November 7th, Jason Momoa teases a dream project of his is happening and tells fans to remember this day. November 8th, The Rock teases announcements tied to Black Adam. November 9th, James Gunn joins Mastodon, and his first post is an image of Lobo. November 9th, Momoa is asked about Gunn's Lobo post and if it's the dream project he teased. Momoa says, "The comic I collect the most, and I have every issue, You can do your research. I don't know, man. That's how you become like an anti-vaxxer, doing your own research. I don't believe in it. November 11th says
To be
Gunn and
fair,
Saffron.
that's how we do
Mhm.
spoilers around here, Jason. Like we have
Just do
Bespin
your
in a
own
tree in a
research.
Big Bird outfit, you know, doing our own Star Wars research. So,
Yeah.
just saying.
So November 11th, Gunn and Saffron hold a town hall meeting for Warner Brothers Discovery. Duo want a cohesive universe and are mapping out an 8 to 10 year plan. So that's a long time. It's a pretty serious plan there. November 15th, David Zaslav, or as Bespin calls him, Zazzy, says that Gunn and Saffron. By the way, we were joking, and one day he's like, "We should call him Zazzy. We should pretend to be like idiots and call him Zazzy." And I'm like,
You're
"There's
gonna
actually
give Filoni
idiots.
a hard on with that.
There's
Idea.
actually,
Like,
I think some of the Hollywood douches do call him Zazzy." I was like, it might be too close to home. David Zaslav says that the Gunn and Saffron are close to being done with their initial DC roadmap. And there won't be 4 Batmen. He wrote Batman. I like that. At this point, there's Robert Pattinson in Matt Reeves' universe, which is separate to the DCEU, and both Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton, who are both in the DCEU, with both planned to appear in The Flash, and Affleck also in Aquaman 2.
can I
Uh,
can I just say this about the whole Lobo thing?
yeah.
Let's be honest. Lobo should always be mocap. So he could still play Aquaman and do mocap. Lobo should be really big and like an alien, like a CGI Hulk like alien. You know, to give that Simon Bisley look. You don't put white makeup and a fucking wig on Jason. You know what I mean? Like or get like hairspray to get his hair. He can do both. Lobo should be a
Mhm.
fully high budget Hulk like, CGI character, mocap, and acted by Jason Momoa. You know,
Yeah, I really never read the Lobo, and I only ever saw
super.
the
Keith Giffen
covers and stuff.
is great though. Like there's one called Infanticide, right? He drew. I love the art about him like going to war. Sort of, it's a whole thing. But he would do things like in between panels, he'd do like little spoof comic strips of like Charlie Brown as like a little Lobo, and then like it would always end up with like violently murdering something. You know.
Yeah.
So Keith Giffen is just a brilliant illustrator and writer and satirist. Way ahead. If you like the Dan Harmon, Yonan Vasquez kind of thing, he was doing that before that was a thing. You
Okay.
know. So
I don't know what you're talking about,
super
but I'll
fan.
say okay. Um, Elliot gave us a $5 super chat. Thank you, Elliot. I appreciate it a lot. And by the way, Lobo
Thanks,
agrees
Elliot.
with you. Actual Lobo agrees with you.
Yeah, I should have that Simon Bisley dirt and grit and just it would be fucking amazing. Like, and so he can do both because Lobo shouldn't just be a human person, you know? Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
So Lobo says Lobo should be 100% CGI. And that's
yeah,
a real Lobo saying that. Think about it.
yeah. It's a real Lobo saying that.
So yeah. So where was I?
Something about Affleck, yada yada, Aquaman too.
Yeah. So, anyways, November 15th, Zaslav says that Gunn and okay, that was just the Batman part. November 18th, the rap report that a writer isn't attached to Man of Steel 2, and that the project has no forward momentum as Gunn and Safran are mapping out their vision of the DCEU. November 19th, James Gunn reveals that his vision of the DCEU will be revealed to Warner Bros. Before the end of the year. So before the end of the year, this was what he's saying there. Okay. And let me see. So then this is where you start to see where things start to get a little bit different. November 26th, Gunn announces he won't be attending CCXP as he's on a retreat with Safran working on the DC slate. November 27th, Gunn confirms the public will know his DC plans before June 2023. Sounds like learning some of it now, but maybe not all of it. December 3rd, The Flash gets a new test screening. Keaton role unchanged. Affleck and Cavill's both still appear in the film, but Cavill's Superman has been removed from the film's ending. So, one thing I would say about that is that could be a very strong sign that things change and they don't need him now. They're not going to do what they were going to do, so they removed him. Could also just be test screening bullshit where they filmed 4 different ways of doing it and they're just testing out the other one. But most likely it pertains, right? Most likely it has to do with the fact that they're not moving forward with that shit. Excuse me. December 5th, Gunn reveals he's given notes on Shazam 2, Blue Beetle, Aquaman 2, and The Flash. All films are wrapped and scheduled to release in 2023. Confirms his DC slate start after Aquaman 2, which releases in December. So, yeah, most of those movies I don't care about. I want to see Michael Keaton's Batman, but other than that, I don't really care too much.
Haven't been a fan of the suit design I've seen so far, Jason.
For
Doesn't
Michael
look like
Keaton?
Burton. Yeah, people are like, oh, this is Burton. It's black and it's got the oval. I'm like, it's like I don't know, milk ice cream coney. Like Burton stuff had very defined edges, very defined, and it got a little more like Batman Returns like rounds things more than I would care for. Like that first Batman outfit is fucking dope. This one is like if the returns kept going, and I think it should. They put I retweeted a photo a couple days ago. Someone got a hold of Michael Keaton's stunt double from the '89 film, and they did a rebuild of the '89 outfit and had him sitting in it. He's got his gray hair, and it looks like the perfect fucking old ass Batman. I mean, it's so badass, Jason. Like I'm a nerd. I love this. I want to put this on my wall. Like that's if you're ever like maybe you think you're above it. Like, I'm not a nerd anymore. I've grown out of it. Then I see an old man in a Batman outfit. I'm like,
Yeah, not above it.
Yeah.
Baymax says Acolyte. Acolyte looks like the Willow LARPers. Baymax watched Willow episode 3 last night, and apparently birds of a feather flock together because he agreed with me that it looks like shit.
Annie Leibovitz can't shoot all the photos.
So okay, here we go. So wait, where was I? Yeah, so he's given notes, right? Yeah, he's given notes. James Gunn gave notes. December 6th, Gal Gadot says she can't wait to share Wonder Woman's next chapter with fans while she was playing Imagine. I think she was singing Imagine while she said that. December 6th, Aquaman 2 gets another test screening and Ben Affleck's Batman has been removed. Oh, okay. There we go. Get out. Get the fuck out. You don't belong here anymore. You're done. December 7th, The Rock teases a sequel to Black Adam and a spin-off movie for Hawkman. Yeah, that whatever, Rock. December 7th, THR reports that following Gunn and Safran's retreat, mapping out the DC slate and returning to LA a couple days ago, Wonder Woman 3 has been officially canceled and the project is considered dead by the studio. So that's the story that everyone's going to start asking. Does this mean Rogue Squadron is back? And which we will obviously get into in a bit. December 7th, THR report that a Man of Steel sequel no longer moving forward, but the studio previously met with the Flash director, Andy Muschietti, about directing the time Cavill announced his return as the character. Warner Brothers are debating whether or not to remove Cavill's Superman from the Flash. So it looks like they're cutting that shit up. Then December 7th, the report that a sequel to Black Adam is very unlikely. December 7th, THR report that Aquaman 2 will be Momoa's last outing as the character, but that he'll return in a role of Lobo in Gunn and Safran's new DCEU. December 7th, THR report that Gunn and Safran are due to sit down with David Zazzy and the WB DJ Jazzy Zassy and WB.
Don't blemish Jazz's name. Don't.
Oh, come on. Yeah, I know you love him.
I'm an active subscriber to the Mag Mob.
Okay.
Don't.
Fully
Jazz puts a lot of love and goodwill in the world. Don't do that to him.
Right.
He don't look like a thumb. Stop.
Hey.
Don't stop.
On this December 8th, Deadline reports that Patty Jenkins was due to submit her script from Wonder Woman 3. And instead, what Warner Brothers received were pieces of paper, which was considered unsuitable.
Serious? You're not making that up?
December 8th, Deadline reports that Patty Jenkins was due to submit her script for Wonder Woman 3, and instead what Warner Brothers received were pieces of paper. That's the quote, which was considered unsuitable.
Look, man, I'm not trying to pick on any creative when they're down, right?
Sure.
But I'm going to be honest with you. Wonder Woman 84. I get you all like Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. I love the first Wonder Woman movie. When I saw the first Wonder Woman movie, I thought, all right, the sequel could be her like hiding out on an island, right? Not hiding out, but trying to participate in the world, right? And then that's when Pearl Harbor hits and shit, and she joins the wrong fucking, she joins, you know what I mean? Like she joins the side during World War II, and then she sees the horrors of the nuclear bombs, right, at the end, and abandons humanity with nuclear weapons, right? Like she's like, fuck this. Like there's just a way. I thought, but then they went and no, we're gonna put in L.A. and we're gonna have a guy get possessed by a ghost, sort of, not really, and then she's gonna rape him for like fucking 2 hours. I don't know, man. Like
that took a turn, man. That took a
that
turn.
movie took a turn, bro.
Yeah, true.
She's essentially fucking. I mean, look, I know it's all our fantasies, but I don't know what they're trying to teach there. Like I don't.
My fantasy is like, I start the cargo cult on Wonder Woman's island, and they all worship me, and then I show up. That's where I take it. But December 8th,
and Patty co-wrote the second movie, or wrote the say. So the first movie got nothing to do with it. I don't know, man. Like I just don't need. I don't need that kind of comic book movie to be made ever again. Like I thought we were done with this after, like, let's be honest. After Avengers, there's no excuse. The first Avengers, there's no excuse now. You have a very simple, like, standard. Let's not go back to fucking the Catwomans or the kind of like movie where they're like, hey, I'm going to ignore all the fucking shit you ever knew about this, and we're going to make up our own stuff now, right? And then at the very end, we'll put in some characters you're supposed to recognize because we're calling them that, but they're not really that character.
Well, speculation here. Do you think James Gunn, as a professional courtesy, called her up and said, like, look, we don't think we're going to be going forward with Wonder Woman 3. And then so instead she just tossed some notes aside and kept the work that she did as things that can be repurposed into other things, as opposed to like giving the work over since she knew it was dead. Like,
well, there is a movie coming out called Rebel Moon that might actually be that exact scenario, Jason. Like just from the Star Wars side.
Well, that was just like that was his pitch. That was his pitch, but yeah, they didn't buy it. So
I also though think how Rogue Squadron, Cleopatra, I don't know, man. There comes a point where sometimes people take on too much stuff. Creatives take on too much stuff and they can't ever focus on one thing.
Yeah.
And maybe they don't have an idea. And then they're like, oh, I could just maybe get inspired or something. I don't know. Like, it does happen. It happens to the best of them. It happens to everyone, Like, and I don't know if every fucking director should also be writing things. Some people have a voice. Other people just feel like they're writing something so they can, like, I don't want to say it. Like, they'll write
control.
things. Yeah, about control. Like I will be doing this and I'm spearheading, and I don't have to do some shit I'm not comfortable with or I don't know how to get my head around.
Yeah.
But that works better in smaller scale projects. When you have a big scale project, like you can't, you know what I mean, man, you can't go make a $60 million film and do that. Like,
So remember earlier when I started that part and then I stopped? Well, now you get the full thing. December 8th. Gunn speaks on the THR article, says some stories are true, some are half-truths, some stories are false. Gunn doesn't clarify which stories are true and which aren't. Goes on to say he's still in the early stages of building his vision of the DCEU and the current slate. So, and then goes on, says the drawback of the transitional period is dwarfed, by the creative possibilities and to build upon what's worked in the DCEU and to rectify what's not working. Everything he's doing is in service of the story and the DC characters, and not everybody will be pleased. He asks fans to be patient and shut the fuck up. I added that last part, but I got to be honest. So two things, just to get out of the way. The Rogue Squadron thing. Does this mean Rogue Squadron's going to happen in 2024? I say absolutely fucking not. I don't think it's possible. It would literally have to it would really mean that they would have had to have been almost done with everything and ready to go tomorrow with Rogue Squadron, and that they're able to take that stuff and then just make it somewhere. That's not easy right now. When you look at like with the studio situation that they're dealing with studio space. So that would also mean they'd have to go like, you know what, Acolyte, Andor, uh, fucking halt. We're taking your studio space. We're taking it away. You're not making this right now, but it doesn't matter because we're not releasing anything in that quarter anyway now, or something like that. So we're gonna push your shit around. Like that's what it would take. So there would be all kinds of signs, to be all kinds of people pissed off, telling Bespin, Bolton, myself, shit's fucked. That's how it would go. So I highly doubt it. I don't think it's possible. I think a lot of people are going to start saying it's possible or that it's a thing to like grift on it. You know how people are. People like hear like, oh, they're doing a story set in the sequel trilogy era, and it means that characters from the sequel trilogy could come up. So that means Rey, Finn, Poe, and Adam Driver are all in it. It's like, no, it's not what it means. It means the opportunities there on the table. And if you're gonna make up shit, try harder next time, fucking liar. Fucking just stealing people's money with that bullshit. That said, yeah, people know what I'm talking about. Who know what I'm talking about? But it's just highly unlikely is what I'm going to say that it would be amazing if it happened. It'd be cool if it did and it was ready and stuff like that. But it doesn't sound like that's that's going to happen. And then when you have like that story though about her handing over the pieces of paper, that one is super weird to me because these writer directors who have a co-writer, I mean this like the person sitting in the chair is doing like the real work. They're the ones who are actually like at the fucking keyboard. They're the ones actually doing the like true work. The other person's dreaming and getting it noted down in script form. So for all of that to amount to pieces of paper, it's got to be either it's just not true, which is a large possibility. That sounds a bit ridiculous, or there's more to the story there. And then if it is true,
or
then
it's just
fuck.
outright defiance. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not ready, so I'm gonna just write some shit down and hand it to you because I know this isn't working anyway. Like, you just don't know, like. But I would say this: I don't, based on that last film, I don't think this creative individual knows where the fuck they're going with it. I don't think they get. I don't think they get the property. I don't think they get the idea of it. I think there's just an ulterior idea. It's like when Tommy Lee Jones gets cast as Two-Face. You're like, shit, that fucking makes sense. Look at him. He looks just like fucking Two-Face. He looks like Harvey. He's perfect. And then he comes in doing the most worst. I mean, I don't know what the fuck that is. As much as I enjoy Batman Forever, Tommy Lee Jones, like, it's fucking horrible. Like, it's not Two-Face. Yeah. It's not Cesar Romero's Joker. It's just fucking weird, man.
Yeah.
It's totally fucking weird. So, and they already had the cartoon, so there's no fucking excuse.
So like my thing is obviously I didn't make it my personality like I'm not saying I'm a winner. I'm not saying I'm not a loser, but the fucking losers out there who make like hating something their personality on the internet, like fucking Willow. I'm not gonna make Willow. No, I'm not talking about you. But I'm saying is that I really hate the fucking DC Snyder films. I hate everything about it. I feel like it's a bunch of like guys that are like really weird about liking dudes wearing Speedos and are like playing the whole not gay game the whole time. Like the whole thing is just so fucking dude based in a stupid way. And it has no heart. It has no soul. It's
I don't
completely
think Man of Steel is that because it had David Goyer, right?
Yeah,
it's
a slippery slope there.
Okay,
that's my interpretation of it.
Look, I'll agree with you that Batman v Superman is a horrible reinterpretation of The Dark Knight Returns. It's piss poor. It's something that doesn't know what it wants to do. Other than the opening sequence, everything else is just a downhill fucking trend. But the Justice League, the actual Zack Snyder one on HBO or whatever, that's as close to like an Image comic book version of anything we've done.
It's complete.
It's not shit.
Fucking.
It's not shit.
Diarrhea.
I disagree with you on
it.
that.
It is so slow and boring, and it drags, and it has like no depth. It has no heart, no soul. To me, it does not. it does not encapsulate any of the spirit of the characters. It's a spiritless endeavor as far as I'm concerned. And so I'm fucking elated by this news. I hope it's
Yeah,
I hope it's taken
I'm super.
I hope it's a fresh
Yeah,
reboot. I hope it's just like
yeah.
fuck everything. We're just gonna take Batman, kind of get that Batman going because it sounds like he's okay with
Well,
Batman. You know what I mean? And I don't know. Maybe you won't, but I would imagine you're not really gonna get better than a Matt Reeves Batman. You know?
I look. I have to just disagree with you on the
Mhm.
Justice League
Yeah, no,
and
you're
that
you're
stuff.
you're totally entitled to your opinion, man. Like
You
I'm
know,
cool with that.
I and having had some personal like knowledge of the George Miller version of Justice League, you
Yeah.
would have got some weird shit in there too. I mean, remember, Army Hammer was going to be Batman, and we all know what he likes to eat.
Yeah. No,
So like,
no. Yeah, but I mean, to me, it's
but
like,
this is the
to,
right direction for them to be going. James Gunn and Peter Safran are doing the right things. And in order to do the right things, you have to fucking be like, that one ain't working. You know,
like,
and I've had shit canceled. I love that I'm working
mhm,
on, man. I've had some shit that I still can't talk about to this day that I was like, fudge, you know, like,
mhm.
but it happens. It happens.
When I watched Aquaman, I just felt like visuals
That's
were
not
coming
Zack
at me.
Snyder.
No,
That's
no, and
not Zack.
I know I'm talking
But
about the whole. I'm
Aquaman,
talking about the whole thing, dude. I'm saying the whole thing, the whole DC universe for the most part. I'm not crazy about it. And like it wasn't until the Matt Reeves Batman movie that I felt the spirit of Batman was actually there. I don't feel like any of this it's not and it has nothing to do with the actors. The actors are all fine. But it's that like when I watch the Superman stuff, I don't get a Superman. I don't feel the spirit of it. It's like when when Star Wars fans can articulate, I don't know, it just doesn't look like Star Wars, doesn't feel like Star Wars. Like there's something about it that doesn't work for them. That's how that whole thing is for
what?
me.
But
And
you're
I just like
describing to
checked
me the
out.
difference. This is the difference. I don't
Hmm.
disagree with you on that, but it's a different. It's like when Jim Lee creates, you know, a new Batman comic, and you're like, yeah, it's got all the visuals, but it doesn't have, say, like the heart of an Alan Burnett, Paul Dini, Bruce Timm written and produced, you know, Superman Batman thing, right?
Sure.
Matt Reeves feels to me like is trying to go that Paul Dini way, but rather than just fucking hiring Alan Burnett, Paul Dini to fucking like work with you,
Hmm.
right? You're like
Yeah.
trying to figure out shit they already figured out 30 years ago. I don't understand why Matt Reeves just doesn't fucking team up with Paul Dini, Alan Burnett. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
That would be cool.
Just fucking yeah, just get them on board because they
Hmm.
fucking get it. You know, so you bring
And
your
then and
90s
then take that.
angsty crow stuff, right? Right? Which is
Hmm.
fine. And then you
Sure.
pair it with some guy that already fucking has 30 years of writing the best Batman there ever was. You know, and then like but rather than fucking that, they you know, they hire their own crew to I don't like it when people are trying to refigure shit out. At least with the
Yeah.
Man of Steel, it felt like it could have been in the same universe as the Dark Knight. It's just after he's like dead kind of thing. So had
Hmm.
it been in the Nolan verse, right? And you do 3 films in like the Nolan versus Superman, and then old ass Christian Bale comes back with the young dude, like a Batman Beyond thing with Joseph Gordon-Levitt, right? Call it Batman Beyond, right? Batman The Dark Knight, Batman Begins, Batman. Then like you could have continued that, but Man of Steel felt like it. Hey, Zack Snyder's like, hey, I can make the thing, and then they let him do it, and he's like, I'm gonna make Dark Knight Returns, but he doesn't make Dark Knight Returns. He makes this fucking weird thing that's just odd. But
Yeah.
the Snyder cut, I don't know, man. That's as liquid. That's the MTV fucking superheroes, and I don't know. I rather like it. I don't think it's the
Yeah.
direction. I'm just glad I
It's
have that. I think it's
slow.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it felt monotonous to me. I just like I said, to me, like when it comes to this stuff, spirit matters more than anything, unless it's purposely a new
But the
take.
fight with the Amazonians versus fucking Steppenwolf, that had spirit. That shit was fucking cool, man. Like
Yeah,
shit
I'm
was
not.
dope, dude. Like
Look, like if we're gonna go into, we're gonna take like 20 hours worth of footage and talk about like parts that worked. I'll give you whatever like you
the
want. But I'm
Flash
just
thing
saying,
at the end when he's
like
running and all that
like
shit was
on
fucking cool.
in totality, the new DC films have been a wash for me entirely. They're not films like I want to rewatch that I think are very fun. I think they're actually kind of drab, sort of ugly. And I don't even really like the Marvel characters anywhere near as much. Yet I enjoy the films hundreds of times more because
Well, you need a through line, and there isn't a
Mhm.
consistent through line with the DC stuff. And so, what James
Mhm.
Gunn and Peter Safran are saying is they need a consistent through line,
Right.
right?
Right.
10 years, we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna ba 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 ba. And hey, like there you go. I'm gonna be 50 fucking 4 years old, I guess, when this shit's all done. But
Mhm.
oh man,
But
but
no, but
but
like
James Gunn will be 70, so there you go.
yeah, like I never I just never liked when they go really macho and like this is dirty and dark and you're like you don't fucking know dirty
I know
and
you don't
dark. You
like him. I know
fucking
you don't
no,
like the
it's so
90s. You
not
don't,
it's not
but
yeah, it's not
but
really dirty. It's not
I
really
can enjoy
dark,
that.
you
What I
know.
don't like, Jason, what I
Mhm.
don't like, right,
Just make the crow.
is when a studio says, "Hey, we need to do reshoots and we can't get the fucking guy to trim his mustache, so we're going to CG on a fucking poorly generated looking Affleck face onto fucking our Superman." Like, and then that actor
Yeah.
doesn't sue the shit out of that fucking studio or what. Like, I gotta be honest, what they did to Henry Cavill's face in the Whedon, the Justice League fucking release,
Yeah.
I've never seen a studio ever do that to an actor in the history. I don't think there's ever been a fucking case for it. And the fact that that dude still fucking talks to him either says one of two things. He loves this fucking character so much he wants something to do with it. Two, he's the nicest dude in the world, doesn't hold a grudge. Or three, he's a colossal fucking idiot for fucking not fucking like going out there and throwing that whole fucking studio on, or all three. But it's possible for being all three. Like I would have immediately, the
He's so
rebel in me
pretty.
would have
He
been
doesn't have
like,
to be smart. You know what I mean? I
I'm
think
going
it's quite
right over
awkward.
the fucking competition and being like, you need a Captain Britain, you need a Captain America too. I'm on board. You know what I mean? Like whatever you fucking need. You want U.S. agent? I'll be the evil Captain America. Whatever you want to do, I'll
Yeah.
be fucking. I cannot fucking work with the studio. The CGI work they did on him is so fucking bad, dude. Like how does agent allows that? You got to understand, folks. Like ever since X-Men 3, right? X-Men 3, the lead actors, Halle Berry, Hugh Jackman, Patrick Stewart, they got a new deal with Fox where they had approval over their images in marketing, right? And it was totally new for
Mhm.
licensing because we were like, shit, everything we did that had them on it for that movie had to go through their publicist to be approved, even though they were pre-approved photos. We still had to also have them approved on anything that got done.
Right.
And that sort of thing still exists, even at Marvel and everything else. They have to have a say. They tend to get the approval on the style guide assets now, but you still have to resubmit to a licensor that knows the deal, kind of thing, like knows better,
Mhm.
right? But how they're able to do a whole film where he's like, yeah, it's cool, do whatever. I'm just being part of the team. Like it's horrible, Jason.
Yeah.
It's a monstrosity. It's
Um,
unfucking watchable.
Tyrant brought up what I was thinking when he said that too. Yeah, you have Back to the Future Part 2, Crispin Glover.
Yeah, I
That's the
have what?
time
Never seen that movie. Well, that was
where
different.
they
No, but they didn't. That was
yeah
no. That's not where they mangled his face. They put a mask on another actor, not him.
yeah
Put him in the background and hung him upside down so you couldn't tell it was the actor, and then tried to not pay that guy. Now,
yeah
Henry Cavill got paid. You
hmm
know what I mean? But
sure
what they did is the movie starts.
and
They're like,
humiliated
"Hey,
a little bit.
let's get this right out the way. We're gonna put his fucking weird ass face, right up into the fucking camera, so you can stare at it and just get real used to looking at this weird fucking dude." And then his face changes in the movie. Like it changes. Like sometimes he's got a real face, and then he's got that face. Like it's fucking
So
so weird.
as it true, when you said the
No, nothing like that.
Jedi Survivor clip, are you talking about the like that one little like tonight on the Game Awards and it shows like the guy in the tank, or is it something else? You know. By the
And the
way,
one thing that
I
Back to the Future thing set the precedent for, Jason,
mhm,
is to successfully sue and win a
mhm,
studio over that bullshit. So
yeah
that's what I'm saying. Like he didn't do it. You already had the precedent.
yeah
You know what I mean? He could have won that. Then he didn't. He's like, but I still want to play Superman. Ah, fuck that shit, man. Like,
yeah.
fuck these motherfuckers. You know?
But yeah, I'm excited about James Gunn re refiguring all of this shit out, and I'm hoping that it feels right. I'm hoping it feels like the characters, and
My
I
hope.
think all the DC fans are be like, oh no, my Superman movie's canceled, my this is canceled, my that. I don't think it means that. It just means that they're gonna go redo it. You're still gonna get Superman, Wonder
They can
Woman,
keep the
Batman
same
movies.
actor and reboot it. It doesn't have to be the same universe.
I don't think they should though. Personally, I think if you're gonna do that, it gets too confusing. I think you've had those people for years now. I say they just fucking build it from the ground up. That's what I would do. That's what I hope they do.
Cast Crispin Glover as Superman. I'd watch it. So I also hope that he, in all seriousness, I do hope that he tells Matt Reeves, you can go more animated series with this and less Seven. You know, like, because I for the life of me, man, how great that Penguin makeup is compared to what they did with the Joker. Like, just don't do the Joker. That Joker needs to go away.
Yeah, I mean,
it needs to be buried.
Oh, that Joker's shit. But I mean, but what I'm saying is yeah, you're right though. I mean, you're right, but I also think like you bounce between Seven and a cartoon, you know?
Yeah, I hear you. It has its moments, but you should also be able to turn into a clay face. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You should be able to have. I mean, that Pattinson could fight this weird fucking like giant mound of fucking clay monster. You know, it could get horrific. You know, when you think about it. You know, but that doesn't mean don't apply a mange filter to all your fucking villains to try and make them feel more grounded. That is no different than when Snyder and David Ayer put tattoos on a SoundCloud fucking rapper tattoos on all their villains to make them look like they're from prison. Right. You know? They all got prison tattoos. Like, yeah, don't do that.
Bespin says Gunn has said he wants the live action TV film, animated series, and games to connect. Doesn't look like he's touching Reef stuff though.
Games is weird though. They take so fucking long to make at a AAA level. You're looking at, I mean, a minimum of 2 years if you're lucky. More like 3 to 4 for a AAA game. So that's what 2 games are going to connect. I don't know what that means.
It's like the good Arkham games, for instance. Though, if you just set it at a very specific point, you can go and tell like you know what's that one called?
But who wrote the Arkham games, Jason?
Who
wrote them?
I don't know who wrote them.
Paul Dini.
He's the best.
This is what I'm saying. Like they got.
You know what? You want to know what he also wrote, Rob? The fucking Clone Wars you won't watch, motherfucker. God,
no, he didn't.
Yes, he did. No. Yes, he did. He brought Ventress back.
Don't sully the name of Paul Dini.
He brought Ventress back. He also wrote on Droids too, though. So you know.
He also wrote. Yeah, well, he also look. We can't hold any person accountable for the writing of 80s cartoons.
His Clone Wars, people got to eat. Yeah. But his work on Clone Wars was good. It was seriously good. And yeah, I love that. I loved playing that game. That game was really fun. And so anyways, but you know, you set like that kind of thing just like in a very specific moment. I think it'd be okay. You know, I don't think they'll run into like Star Wars issues where it's just like, oh, do we make all this connect and everything's like the hands are tied on everything. Yeah, because Batman, like as far as I'm concerned, Batman's just doing that shit every day, right? I mean, that's what you kind of imagine. Every day for Batman is not, you know, he's not really playing Fortnite. He's always out working.
Henry Cavill is though.
Henry Cavill is with his goatee. He's fucking growing this fucking big ass goatee. He's like, yeah. By the way, I just a complete side note. I just want to tell you this. You know, you recommended the Space Ice channel to me and Luke, right? And yes. Me and Luke, we watch them like every night. We're rewatching. I think we've seen almost all.
They're
of
good.
Them now.
They're worth watching twice.
But my kid just cries watching it. But we were my son was laughing so hard last night because Steven Seagal is in a coma in one of them, and he grows this big goatee, but it's like all shaved here and here. Like all of this is shaved, but he has the goatee. Like that's all he grows. When he just grows a big ass, it's like a long goatee, but all of this is fine. I was like, he's so fucking stupid, Steven Seagal. And
now he looks like a 50s Asian stereotype.
Now he looks like he looks like a fucking, it looks like somebody took a pumpkin and threw it in a pool and it bloated. That's what it looks
like a bloated Charlie Chan. Yeah.
Fucking clown. Joker made money. They're definitely making another one. Yeah, I don't really understand why they didn't just go, that's our Batman and that's our Joker, like the one that made all the money, that's our Joker now. Yeah. Why make this weird? You know, why do that? I don't get it. You
Yeah,
know,
because someone like Peter Gunn wasn't telling people fucking obvious shit.
James Gunn, Peter Gunn,
Sorry,
totally different.
Peter Gunn. Well, Peter Gunn. You put them together, right? Peter Safran, James Gunn, Peter Gunn.
Peter Gunn.
Chilean
Chilean Airways says, I really hope this look is good. I'm a bit worried that's going to look like B shit compared to Andor and the Acolyte.
I don't know. I got more hope for Ahsoka than Acolyte right now. Just given Filoni's track record with that Ahsoka episode on Mando season 2, I thought that looked great. So
yeah, it did. It did.
yeah.
I mean, that's one of the things I think maybe we shouldn't overlook with Filoni too, is the fact that he comes from a very visual medium. You know, he's coming out of animation. So when he's directing stuff, his visuals are going to be more deliberate than somebody's like, this is just what the world looks like. Shoot it. I don't know. Make it look good, DP. He and the DP are probably going to have conversations to achieve a look on and a feel, because he's literally had to create a look and a feel from the ground up on every project. Oh, did I say a feel? Fuck.
I have. Well, what you really said was DP. That's why I'm here, Jason. So me and the DP,
shit.
we want Acolyte to look like Bratz. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Don't you love Bratz? It's all visual. Yeah.
Ahsoka's just riding around a little doggy.
I'm gonna write that. That's a good idea. Say some more. Say some more.
Yeah, little doggy, and like it has like a little chuck wagon, and she chases the chuck wagon on the little doggy.
I missed that commercial. That was a good
that was fun, right? That was fun.
Don't do that anymore.
No, what's their fucking deal? You know. No, Rob hasn't watched Clone Wars because he saw the movie.
It's not true. I've watched the movie, and I've tried to watch a couple episodes, and I can't do it. And then I was going to grunt through it when I had to work on the Clone Wars shirts. And then Lucasfilm told me they'd rather me not watch the show because they don't want inside humor or lines from the show that only apply. This is their words, that only apply to 1,000 people when we have to sell 10,000 to 100,000 shirts.
Well, that's
modern.
If they said
relevant
that,
internet,
whoever said that is a fucking idiot, because the show
I didn't agree with it.
The show was getting 4 million views.
I didn't agree with it, Jason.
Its release,
but it gave me an excuse to not sit through it, so I said okay.
Yeah, but I mean, like 4 million views is more than your couple 100,000 shirts, you morons. Oh, sorry. What did Rick Jones says? The Batman 2 and Joker 2 will remain unconnected. Gunn seems like he knows what he's doing. The DC stuff is going to be great. Well, that's why I ultimately believe in this to some extent, is that James Gunn is a filmmaker, and so it's at least a filmmaker who's in charge of the stuff. And I like a lot of James Gunn's work, so I think his tastes are probably he probably knows what not to fuck with and what to fuck with.
Also, Jason, if they put the Batman 2 and Joker 2 under the Warner Brothers label, right? Not DC Studios. So there's no DC Studios logo plays before the movie, just the Warner Brothers logo plays. Then they can keep that retro Warner Brothers logo, or do that one, because they did the 70s Warner Brothers logo on the Batman, right? Didn't they?
Yeah.
They did the 70s red one. But they could also do that one from the animated series where it has the Warner Brothers logo and then it goes dark. Right, that shit. Right, red skies and shit like that. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Filoni is into DP. Yeah, he loves the directors of photography.
Yeah, he loves the directors of photography. They got cameras, lenses. They like to watch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They like to watch.
But all right. So anyways, yeah. I think it's ultimately a fucking good thing. I think those films did their run. And I mean, I don't know if it's still growing or not, but I don't go see them anymore. I'm just out. I just don't really care. The only thing that has me is Michael Keaton as Batman in that movie. That's the only thing that fucking interests me.
Oh, we agree.
Even that, I'm like, Bestman says the DCEU needs to be nuked from start and start from scratch. That's what I say. I like something there. I like some things there, but they need a fresh start at this point.
All these DC shit should exist in the 1930s or some fictional world that approximates it. You know what I mean?
Well,
like the way the animated series had a little bit of that,
Yeah, I mean, that would set it apart from the Marvel stuff too. If all of it looked if it all had a period feel to it. Not like they're on the period, but it's like 1933. It's the Depression and Superman's out
But
doing
Hollywood
stuff.
still
And,
thinks period pieces don't sell, Jason, even though, like they make endless World War II films. But it
mhm.
just, they're still of that stupid mindset, man.
Well, because then they can't put like click, click, boom, and shit, and this is as a soundtrack without making it
You
weird,
can. You
right?
can put Metallica and Willow. You can do whatever you want.
I know.
There's no rules now.
These fucking people will fuck anything up. They don't care.
There's no rules.
Yeah, it's true. Aria says Christopher Nolan knows that if he makes a new Batman movie show with Bale, it'll make so much profit instantly just for making it wild shit. I don't know if he would though. I don't know if he's ever expressed interest in it. But I don't follow him that closely. But I'm that third Batman movie he made was less than inspired. So, you know, I kind of
Zaslav owns Animal Planet, Tyrant. Get your facts straight.
Tyrant says all of this is irrelevant. First year of DC under gun isn't that huge. Zaslav is gutting everything and selling it to Animal Planet. That's the whole thing, man. He sells it. He already owns it, man. He's taking off the top. Come on, think about it. Yeah, Nick says there's no rules. There's not. That's what sucks. But I think it would be more interesting in that way. It would be more interesting, like for Gotham. Even like I'm not saying do a Tim Burton round two, but like Tim Burton's thing where you look at Gotham and it's this like gothic city with 1950s cars, but then everybody's listening to Prince wearing fucking modern kind of clothes for the most part, but then some people aren't. And it like that, I actually like that better than a lot of what I have seen over the years and within the Batman films. I don't actually like Chicago Gotham. It's fine. There's some beautiful shots, like beautiful photography and stuff, of Batman in those moments. But I think I like it a little bit more dramatic and artsy as opposed to real world. And my also hope for this whole thing too is that they don't go with let's make everything realistic. Everything needs to be realistic all the time. Like it's just Batman is fundamentally not a realistic concept, or one of you would be fucking Batman right now. And
I
it's just
stand by it, man. That Batwing from 1989
it's the best.
is it beyond the best. It's as cool, if not cooler, than an X-wing fighter. It's the only thing I've ever seen that come close to an X-wing fighter.
Don't make me Sophie's Choice this shit right now on a Star Wars show.
You know it to be true. Search your feelings.
No, it's pretty fucking no. It's up there though. I owned it. I owned the toy. I had to order it from when you bought the Batman 89 video, which I got the first day. It had a catalog inside it. We ordered that shit like that week. Nice. It took forever for it to show up though. Yeah. Like forever. Yeah.
It said 6 to 8 weeks. My ass. It was like a year.
Yeah. And then it was kind of cool because my friend Donnie got the fucking jacket, but then he always let me wear it. Remember the Batman jacket from it? Like the fucking I still wear it. Though.
John Peters and all them were wearing that shit.
But anyways, all of this stuff, I don't think it's going to result in Rogue Squadron happening anytime sooner. I'm not saying I have no idea if Rogue Squadron will ever happen or not. I don't think it affects it. I don't think that homeboy at what's his name from Lost, the guy who's writing the new Star Wars series, Lindelof. I don't think Damon Lindelof is doing Rogue Squadron either. I don't think that is the case because it appears to have new characters and stuff, but who fucking knows, I guess, right?
Lindelof, I do the Rogue Squadron. I do it. No, you can't say that, Lindelof. No, I do it. It's just weird. Look, I'm a fan of Lindelof. I've been the biggest advocate for him, I think, on this show.
Well,
but it is odd to me.
I like his stuff. I like more of his work than I dislike by far.
What's odd to me is when one Lost guy doesn't work, you get the other. The cynical Rob's like, that's your plan. The other Lost guy, I mean, there was 2 in that room. All right.
Yeah.
We
both Bespin and Arya today have sent me Jackie Chan confirms Rush Hour 4 is in the works. All I can say is fuck Jackie Chan. Yeah, Jackie
It's his,
Chan's a
it's
fucking
his
piece of
least
shit.
best stuff work, dude. Oh yeah, well, fuck,
Yeah.
he's a part of the Communist Party and all that bullshit. In
Yeah,
terms of like
fuck
his
him.
films, those Rush Hours
He
never
turned
held
in
a
his gay
candle to
daughter
Police
to the
Story. Yeah, he turned in his gay
to the
daughter.
Chinese Communist Party. He's a fucking
Yeah.
piece of shit.
Yeah.
You know, what a fucking
Yeah.
asshole. I don't
Yeah.
know. You got to be a certain level of fucking maniac, but whatever, to do that to your own kid.
Yeah.
But so yeah, so I don't see him as adorable Jackie Chan anymore. I see him as a fucking asshole. So it's kind of ruined my whole relationship.
See him
with
as
him
Imperial Jackie Chan.
Yeah.
The ISB, you know.
Yeah, it's straight up fucking
Seriously.
Emperor Palpatine's Jackie Chan is the one that we got in this reality, in this multiverse reality. Michael E says, so I'm assuming Gunn won't have time to direct for a while at least. I don't know.
Well, he's not running because all the business shit is being handled by Peter Safran.
Yeah.
So that's the benefit of this, right? In the way that, let me give you an example. In the way that who was the guy that was running, Ed Catmull was running the business side of Pixar. John Lasseter was the other half, but John Lasseter is also directing films, Toy Story, Toy Story 2, Cars, all that shit. So no, it totally he can. Yeah, totally can. He's not gonna direct all of them. He'll be doing something. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's a little bit like Jon Favreau, maybe. Like Jon Favreau, for all intents and purposes, runs LA Star Wars, Hollywood Star Wars. He's the guy out in California who's overseeing all of the projects. He's writing some. He's managing them all. He's executive producing them all, I should say. He directs sometimes, but not a lot. But you know, he's juggling a lot. And then also he gets. I've seen him direct on episodes that he doesn't have credits for directing. Like I saw him directing all kinds of stuff on the first season of Mandalorian. So maybe James Gunn's role will be something. He also wrote Boba Fett while taking his shit one afternoon while constipated, and then said first draft is good. That's when it's inspired.
Chia seeds. Favreau.
Chia seeds.
You need to eat some more chia seeds.
Chia seeds, bud. But that's probably what happened. I mean, or that's probably how it's going to go. So I wouldn't take it. I don't know if I'd take him off the table for doing something, you know. But also, like, we don't really know. We haven't heard what that like slate's going to be. So
yeah, no,
we'll have to see. Right, until he reveals that, I think it will be a hard guess. You know, are you going live when the EA footage hits? It depends on if it's really exciting or not. Like,
no, we're doing the show tomorrow, man. Why we gotta do a whole
if
Game
it's
Award show tomorrow? Like,
if it's super fucking amazing, I might come and do it though. But it just depends. I mean, gotta get the game. You don't have to. Yeah, me and Luke will do it if that's where how it goes. But like I said, I don't know. I might just be like, yeah, this is tomorrow's news for me. It really depends.
Oh shit, man! That's awesome.
It's a Game Awards.
Hell yeah! I wish legitimately, like when Super Nintendo came out, you and I could have done a show as kids, right? Like how fun would that have been? Yeah. You know,
we can still play Super
sit
Nintendo.
in a room wondering, will we ever get it? Little, you know, will we ever get this? You know, huh? Damn it, it's awesome.
Oh yeah, but the difference is that it fucking Prince was fucking Prince. Yeah, I am full of double standards, my friend. Anyways, I think we've done it though. I mean, you haven't said anything about the Rogue Squadron thing. Do you think this means anything for it? I mean,
for Rogue Squadron, you mean she'll immediately come back?
Yeah. Do you think that like it could? Do you think it's likely it'll be fucking immediately like back on? Is Lucasfilm like, yeah, cool? Or do you think Lucasfilm like they think the fucking ship sailed, or like, hey, we moved on because life sucks?
Yeah. Generally, what happens when like creatives go through this big IP shuffle, they tend to retreat and then go do something small. You know, because it's exhausting, man. Like, I mean, I've been on the peripheral edges of giant projects starting and stopping. And just from my little vantage point, I need a break from this. You know, if you're in charge of it and this one, is not working out, and then that one got moved around, and this one out, and then everyone's fucking talking shit about you on their Star Wars show, you're probably like, oh, I want to do nothing. I don't want to go back to a giant machine. I want to fucking go do some small shit. So I'd be some more. I think this is a perfect time for Netflix or Amazon or Apple to snatch her up to just do some independent fucking little thing.
Well, I will say this, dude. I'm just excited tonight to learn that that's not Joruus C'baoth in that tank in the episode, because it's not.
Oh, there you go.
It's not. And I hope tonight what it shows takes that off the table so we can stop talking about it. Not that you were bringing it up as true. I brought it up. It's my fault. But all right, dude. Have a good night, man. Get some rest, and hopefully you're happy with what they show you tonight, this morning for you, or whatever, or late for you, late in the middle of the night, right? Early morning maybe. But anyways, well, we did it, man. We did it, and we'll be back tomorrow at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, like always. It's supposed to be like that, anyways. And then and I might come on tonight with Luke to talk about the trailer if he wants to talk about it, and if it's so like amazing that I must. But if it's pretty much like what you'd expect and just mid stuff, then I'll save it for tomorrow, and we'll put it into the rest of the news. But if it's super exciting, then we'll see. But if it's not mind blowing, then we'll just leave it at that. How's it going, KG? But we'll be back tomorrow. And if I made anybody mad about the DC stuff, sorry. It's the way I feel. I'm not gonna lie to you. Not a fucking DC shill. I'm a Disney shill.
Jason didn't like the thing I love. Canceled.
All right, everybody. Thanks, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Well played, sir. Well played,
It's
sir.
the end of the show.
Come on, let's go. Hey!
It's the end of the show.
Come on, let's go. Hey!
It's the end of the show.
Come on, let's go.